and the world. This is TMJ4 News at 4.
This place was so beautiful. And it's something that I've worked on for 10, 15 years. And it's all gone.
Right now at 4, complete devastation in Evansville. Barns destroyed, homes shattered, lives uprooted following Wisconsin's first ever February tornado. And good afternoon, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us live. I'm Susan Kim here in Evansville. And you can see behind me, crews are working to do some of the cleanup from that devastation that we had last night with that first tornado in February. I can tell you we've been seeing scenes like this throughout the area all day today as we've looked at the damage from the storm and also talked to people who survived it. It's been a pretty tough day as they try to wrap their heads around what exactly happened. For those of you who don't know where exactly Evansville is, take a look at this map on your screen right now. The city of about 6,000 people is an hour and a half west of Madison, 30 minutes south of an hour and a half west of Milwaukee, and 30 minutes south of Madison. We are in Rock County. Now, our crews have been out here all day getting a first-hand look at what residents here are dealing with. And throughout this afternoon, you will hear from the voices of those who are trying to pick up what's left of their lives and introduce you to the people lending a helping hand. So first, let's begin with the news conference that officials just had a short time ago. The National Weather Service said 2 tornadoes actually touched down, one in Albany, the other in Evansville. The sheriff says roads are still blocked around Evansville and power could be out for some people into next week.
We've had a number of people that have suffered significant loss for their homes and some of their livelihood right now, and we're trying to take steps to help them as best we can.
So this storm certainly serving as an early reminder, earlier than usual, that tornado sirens are not supposed to be your first warning sign that danger is on the way. So coming up on TMJ4 News at 5 today, our Jenna Ray digs into who heard sirens go off last night and who did not. Plus, what first responders say should be your first line of defense against severe weather. And as I mentioned, we have spent much of the day today talking to people here in the Evansville area and looking at some of the damage. And we were able to talk to one family who lost their entire home. And his 83-year-old mother was at the house by herself, Marilyn King, and we talked to him about just the devastation that the family is dealing with now. Kevin, this is your childhood home. What is it like to see it like this?
It's surreal. It just, I don't know. I mean, everything's gone. There's like nothing left for the most part. So it's hard.
Your 83-year-old mom lives here alone. So was she here at the time of the storm?
Yep. Yeah, she was here. It hit probably about 10 to 6, at least this area. She was on the phone with my sister. She knew it was coming. She just didn't have a clue how close it was by that time because they had been on the phone for a while. And it was her cats that really alerted her. She's got 2 house cats that just started acting really strange. And she's like, I don't know what's going on, but maybe I better grab the cats and head to the basement. And it was about that time she said it must have been the barn that she heard and just a horrific sound. But yeah, she didn't quite get to the basement, but there's a basement door and the frame is about the only thing, because it was just inside where the roof is missing is where she was at. But not a scratch, so yeah, she got really lucky.
What did she describe the sound and the feeling like?
The loudest, most horrific noise she's ever heard. It was just constant, just loud. For, I don't know, she said about a minute. It seemed like a lifetime.
And as you can hear the emotion in Kevin King's voice there, he says his mother is doing okay now, all things considered, but still just kind of soaking in what happened at her home last night as the tornado pretty much devastated their property, as you saw in that video. As you can see behind me, there is a lot of work that is going on, and you can see crews have been here pretty much all day. My colleague Tahleel Mohieldin has spent most of the afternoon here talking to people, cleaning up, and just trying to get a handle on the devastation that we are seeing behind us, Tahleel.
That's right. So the family that I spoke with that owns this farm told me that they've been here since last night just to see what was going on.
Sure.
As soon as it was safe to come out, they came out here to see. And, you know, there's quite a bit of damage that they're having to deal with. Where all this debris sits now, there was once a structure, a pretty large structure, about 65 by 65, and inside that structure was this sprayer. So a few feet down, that sprayer was launched over by the wind and turned upside down. Now what they're telling me now, as they're trying to wrap their heads around what's going on here, the only thing that's really bringing them comfort is the help that they've been getting from neighbors, the support that they're offering them.
I guess the person doesn't really realize how many friends you have until they start offering to help you clean up. Makes a big difference.
It doesn't surprise me because that's what farmers do.
So right now it's just extended family helping out, but they do say they have plans to take neighbors and friends up on that offer. They're just simply trying to wrap their heads around all of this before they can create an action plan. They do want to see what they can salvage, and I'll have more of that at 6.
Well, and I don't know if you at home can see, but Jeremy, if we can zoom in, I mean, there is farm equipment that has been flipped over, and that happened as part of the storm. I mean, it just kind of gives you an idea of the sheer power of the winds that moved out through this area last night.
Absolutely. It's wild because that was once inside of a structure, so you can imagine how far out that goes. But again, I'll have more on that at 6.
All right, Tahleel, Mohieldin, thanks so much for your time today. I want to bring in our Brendan Johnson as we take a look at some of these pictures of barns that have been flipped over and destroyed. And you'll see this throughout several streets here as we take a look. I mean, it's just hard to believe some of the damage that you see in this video here, walking through what's left for a lot of people who were hit by this storm. And Brendan Johnson, meteorologist, joins me live now. And Brendan, you spent time today talking to the National Weather Service. We saw them out here surveying the damage in person, going to several different locations.
Yeah, you know, it's one thing to hear from the folks that are dealing with this. What I really wanted to do is meet up with the folks that are responsible for looking at the damage itself, figuring out what the rating is for the tornado, how fast those wind speeds are. The National Weather Service deployed several teams today. It is early February, Susan. We don't have a lot of daylight. So multiple teams out to survey the damage, and they covered a wide area. In Greene County, we had another tornado, but right here in Rock County, another. I did speak with Tim Hallbach, our warning coordination meteorologist, who kind of walked us through how they perform this really important task.
We look at things like the house that's behind me here where the roof is gone for most of it. That tells us how much of a wind speed you can expect to have with that scenario.
And Susan, I know you were outside that particular house. You know, Tim and the crew at the National Weather Service, they kind of put on their engineering hats. They look at those wind speeds, they look at the construction quality of a home, and then they kind of have to map out how those winds actually interact with the home. So like Tim said, had the roof been completely blown off, had the home disappeared off the foundation, that really gives us a key indicator as to how fast those winds are. At this property here, where we have this big piece of farm equipment, the National Weather Service has actually rated this an EF2 damage with winds of about 120 miles per hour. That's through their mapping system. This was just one point on the map as they continued to follow the path of this particular tornado through Rock County.
And what's also interesting too is how much they look at the path of the trees. I mean, at that last property we were at about 2 miles from here, the path of the tree damage also gave them information.
Absolutely, and it's also the pattern of the tree damage themselves in the trees. You look for a swirling pattern. When you see that, you know it's a tornado. They also went off of eyewitness accounts for that as well, as opposed to straight line wind damage. So a lot of elements go into that, and they're continuing to compile data right now, and we'll have a more fuller picture as we go later and later.
All right, Brendan Johnson, appreciate your insight. Thanks so much. And a lot of insight from the National Weather Service as well. Let's go back to the studio and check in with Chief Meteorologist Brian Niznansky. Talk a little bit more about the tornado that hit this area last evening. Hey, Brian.
Yeah, hey, Susan. Brendan, again, assessing the damage out there, getting voices of the community that is affected out there in the Evansville area. As Tim Hallbach with the Weather Service explained, they really look at certain damage indicators when determining how strong a tornado is. So So at an EF0 strength, which has winds up to 80 plus miles per hour, you start to see things like gutters and siding damage, power outages. You have some branches broken off of trees, maybe shingles peeling off of the roof. Now at EF1 strength, we have small trees uprooted, broken windows, significant damage to the roof. We've seen EF2 damage with this storm, and that's when you start to see roofs ripped off, cars possibly flipped over, larger trees uprooted. We've seen numerous accounts of that, and there's some really high-end EF2 damage that has been seen with some of that damage, and some of it gets close to EF3 strength. If we do see EF3 strength, that's when you start to see the walls starting to collapse as well. So the Weather Service will continue to observe the damage out there, and as of right now, it stands at an EF2. All right, and remember, you can stay updated with us on air and online for live weather updates, accurate forecasts, and weather alerts on your mobile device. Steve.
Brian and Susan, thank you both. We're going to see you again in a little bit. I'm going to handle some of the other news going on today. We're going to begin in South Milwaukee. That's where police are still investigating the body of a man they found on Wednesday, stuffed in a barrel and left in a dumpster. It was about 90 minutes ago. Police told us they've identified that man as 55-year-old Alexander Stengel of Cudahy. No word on how he died. No one's in custody yet, but police say they are investigating this death as a homicide. In Milwaukee, police were on the scene of a 3-car crash near Holton and Locust. It was a school bus that slammed into a church and trapped people in their home. Witnesses say nobody was seriously hurt. There were no kids on the bus when this happened. One of the drivers involved and the Lamers Bus Company tell TMJ4 a truck turned right in front of the bus, and that's when they hit. The bus driver hit the building as she tried to avoid a crash. At the same time, another car was stopped at the light. A mother and her adult son who live above the church, they were stuck inside. Firefighters eventually got ladders to remove them safely.
I didn't get hurt, so yeah, it just was a little shocking, that's all. When you get called and told you've got multiple vehicles totaled out and one of your buses sitting inside a building, that's a real tough call.
Milwaukee police have not released any information yet. The church says the building was built just after another crash a few years back. Now they have to rebuild again. Right now, the Waukesha County Sheriff's Office is searching for a missing teen. 16-year-old Isaiah Kramer was seen Sunday evening in the village of Vernon. The sheriff says Isaiah needs daily medication. He does not have it with him. He was last seen wearing dark-colored sweatpants and a black or a dark blue hooded sweatshirt. Any information on where Isaiah Kramer could be, the sheriff needs to hear from you. Call him 262-446-5090.
Our coverage of Wisconsin's first ever February tornado continues. Right now you are taking a live look from the TMJ4 Storm Chaser, where you can see out in the fields there people working, trying to clean up after what happened last evening. Livelihoods of the Evansville community in shreds for some people. After the break, join me and Brendan as we walk through the extensive trail of destruction. We're back right after this.